Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to learn the most important stains used for staining of the fungi. Like whenever we see a slide which is of black in color, then it means that the stain here the stain used is silver stain. So whenever the word silver comes, you have to automatically think that the color will be black. So the name of the stain is GMS, that is GMS means gomori methanamine silver stain. So whenever the word silver comes, it means the slide will look like blackish in color. So the stain color is black in blackish color. Now whenever we use a slide which is pink in color, then it means the stain here uses pass stain. So pass stain. Now when what will be the slide if the slide is shown in the whitish in color, then it is calcofluor white. In the short we also call it CFW, calcofluor white, which is used for staining of this stain used to bind with the chitin. So this stain binds to chitin walls of the cell wall. So here the calcofluor white, we see the fluorescent stain, in which we only use to see the cell wall of the organism, cell wall of the fungi, then it is the fluorescent stain. Now for the culture of the fungi, for culturing of fungi we used SDA, soba dextrose agar, we use for culture. And for seeing the culture morphology, if we have to see the morphology, then we use the LPCB, that is lactophenol cotton blue. Lactophenol cotton blue, LPCB, and it usually look like bluish in color. So lactophenol cotton blue, because here the word blue is coming, so the slide will look like bluish in color. But here is like for the GMS stain, like this one organisms also stain, like one, that is the Mycosis carinii. So please remember that Mycosis carinii stained by GMS stain which look like black in color. Now for the cryptococcus, we have to remember, like for usually the cryptococcus cause the cryptococcus meningitis, means in the brain either the person is alive or the person is dead. When the person is alive, it means that we are taking the sample from the CSF, and CSF is we use the Indian ink stain. So we use the Indian ink and the result will be negative Indian ink, because the background will stain but the organisms did not get any color. So that is the negative Indian ink. Now for the tissue, if the person is dead, so for that we use the tissue, and for tissue we use the stain mycology. Now it's very difficult to remember like this. So now let's move to the photos, like photographic images, so that we can remember it very easily. So here, as in this slide, we used to see that the organism is look like black in color. So whenever black, we used to see black slide, then the stain uses silver stain. So please remember silver stain. The full name is gomori methanamine silver stain, yeah, means GMS stain is used here. Whenever we use to see organism is pink in color, means we use the stain, that is pass stain. So pass is pink, P for pass, P for pink in color. Now the next one, here as we see in this image, only the cell wall is get stained and rest of the color is black. Only the cell wall is colored. So here the cell wall means the some stain which binds to cell wall, means the chitin. The stain is calcofluor white stain, or we can also say CWS stain, CFW, say calcofluor white stain, CFW. Now in this image we used to see that there is some culture is there, means the organism is growing, so culture is there. So which culture? For culture we use one stain, that is the SDA agar. We use the sobord dextrose agar. So SDA. But if we have to see the morphology of this culture, so when we see the morphology of the culture, then we use the LPCB. So for seeing the morphology, we use LPCB, that is lactophenol cotton blue. As the blue represents the blue color, so here we can see these have blue color. Now the next one, that is, here we see that some reddish color is there. So this is for the cryptococcus, and some tissue is getting stained. So here the stain used is mucicarmine stain. Mucicarmine stain is used for the tissue, but if we have to see in the CSF, then for the CSF the stain is Indian ink, and here the Indian ink stain is negative. Why it is negative? Because the background gets stained but the organisms didn't get stained. So this is the Indian ink stain. I hope this video will very useful to you. Thank you. Bye bye guys.